Hyderabad, and worked for esteemed clients such as World Bank, American Express, JPMC, and Martis. But Master Pradeep is not just a software expert. He's also a highly educated individual, having studied at JNTU, Kukatpalli campus, Libra Law College, and Nalsar University of Law. He is also a gifted writer. Writing has descended onto him in his Himalayan stay, which can be found on his blog, enlightenment.blogspot.in. Enlightenment starting with an N, not a E. Master Pradeep continues to seek knowledge and wisdom in both his professional and spiritual pursuits. In addition to his professional achievements, Master Pradeep is a software certified, Sun certified enterprise architect, Java programmer, IBM certified business process analyst, IBM certified service-oriented architecture associate, and holds over 20 other software certifications. But the real magic happens when Master Pradeep turns his attention to spiritual matters. He has read extensively on spiritual matters and attended sessions with several spiritual scientists. He also experimented with various meditation techniques, even multiple times sitting for 10 hours of continuous meditation or longer. He has also taught meditation to over 10 lakh people and has run 2 free community meditation centers, one dedicated to training youth on job and life skills. He trained students and corporate employees in over 20 organizations and MNCs from topics ranging from stress management to science of meditation. For any organization to grow, this is not just for organization, for any nation to grow or a whole human race to grow, we need to teach our youth. We need to influence our youth. And that's what Master Pradeep did. Pitamaha Patriji entrusted Master Pradeep with Pyramid Young Masters Association, and under his presidency, the association has flourished with thousands of young people being benefited through meditation and positive transformation. He has transformed himself into a vegetarian and inspired many. He has designed and made the first ever lightweight 700 vegetarian placards in 6 different languages, which were used in multiple vegetarian rallies across 4 states. This is a quote by William James. The greatest discovery of my generation is that human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. Master Pradeep has helped many people alter their attitudes and improve their lives through teachings of meditation and positive transformation. Finally, Master Pradeep has also organized numerous deep spiritual science workshops and forest treks on topics ranging from dreams, astral projection, emotional intelligence, ESP, Buddha's teachings and enlightenment, awareness on awareness, etc. He is currently taking care of PMC English channel under guidance of Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. And finally, I want to start this evening or start this session with a quote by Socrates. The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. So my friends, bring your cup empty. Let us all join together in welcoming the one and only Master Pradeep Anirudha, who will now speak to us on the subject of Atma Jnanam, Atma Vijnanam, and enlightenment. Let us listen with open hearts and minds as he shares his wisdom and knowledge, and let us continue our own journey towards enlightenment. Please welcome Master Pradeep Anirudha. To you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mani, for your wonderful introduction. A very welcome to everyone to this English session. My deepest gratitude to our Grandmaster, Prabodh Achyutha sir, and to the leadership team by whose efforts these programs are being organized. Thank you, friends. I'm your Pradeep Anirudha. As it was told, today we're going to speak about Atma Gnanam, Atma Vignanam, and enlightenment. Atma Gnanam is self-knowledge. Atma Vignanam is science of the soul. It is wisdom of the soul. And enlightenment, it is not just a phenomena, but it is a way of life. We're going to touch these three topics: Atma Gnanam, Atma Vignanam, and enlightenment today. Before we know about Atma Gnanam, we need to know what is knowledge. What are the different levels in knowledge? Once a soul takes a human incarnation, it also has its evolution process. As a baby takes a birth, it has its own evolution process. A baby will become a youngster. The youngster will become middle-aged person. The middle-aged person will become old-aged person. So once an infant is born, infant has to become a baby. The baby has to become a youngster. Then a middle-aged person and an old soul. The same way, a soul after having taken birth in a physical body on Earth planet also has its evolution process. In the initial set of incarnations, it can be called as infant soul. The infant soul will become baby soul after a good number of incarnations, and then the baby soul has to become young soul. Young soul has to become mature soul. And then old soul, and then transcendental soul. In Sanskrit, it is called as Shaishavatma, Balatma, Yuvatma, Praudhatma, Vimuktatma. So this is an evolution process. We are in a constant evolution process. In spiritual science, there's a principle called as law of infinite evolution. We are continuously in evolution. There's only promotion. You will not get suspended. You will not be sent to the lower class. You will always be promoted and sent to the next classes. Because every incarnation will have certain syllabus. In every incarnation, we will work through that syllabus, through our karma, through our life situations, through the people that we attract in our life. So every situation, every person in our life teaches us something. So we learn, we grow, and we evolve. So we are in an infinite evolution process. We evolve from Muladhara Chakra lessons to Swadhisthana lessons, and then to Manipuraka lessons, to Anahata, to Vishuddha, to Agna Chakra lessons. So in these all lessons of these chakras, we keep coming back to that planet. See, what is chakra? Chakra means which is circular. We will make a circular motion. We will keep coming back and be in the loop. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. We'll keep on taking birth in the physical body and keep dying in the physical body, or keep vacating that physical body. Take a physical body, learn the lessons, let go, evolve, and then leave the physical body, come to the higher worlds, and then go back and learn the lessons again, let go, evolve, leave the physical body, and come to the higher worlds, again go back to that planet. So this keeps continuing in when we learn the lessons of all these 6 chakras. But seventh is a state. Sahasrara is a state, it's not a chakra. When you go to Sahasrara, then it becomes a transcendental soul. It doesn't have to take a birth. It is not in a chakra, it is not in a loop. It is not in a circular motion now. It is in a free will. And the incarnation becomes a karana janma, not a karma janma. In all the 6 chakra lessons, the incarnation will be karma janma. You need to learn those lessons. You need to pass those exams. You need to go to the school because you are a student. You have not completed your 10th class. Till you complete your 10th class, you need to go to school, attend it, write the exams. You will have your syllabus. You need to complete that syllabus. You need to read it. You need to follow the syllabus. You need to learn. So in all 6 chakra lessons, this process is continuous. You keep coming to the earth planet, keep learning. That will keep repeating. You coming here will get repeated, but the lessons will change. From incarnation to incarnation, the lessons will change. In Mooladhara, what happens is, the person does not have right knowledge. Yet the person thinks that he has knowledge. And he keeps asking Adhara. He keeps asking the proof. He lacks belief in the existence of God, in the existence of divinity. He lacks belief in the existence of soul. In Mooladhara, a person is usually an atheist. He is a Nastic in Mooladhara. So in Mooladhara, the person is an infant soul. He takes incarnations. What is important to him is, okay, my wealth is important. I need to have buildings. I need to have land. I need to have material wealth. This is most important. All other people seem to be foolish who are in the pursuit of other things. He sees people who are in the pursuit of art as foolish people. He sees people who are in the pursuit of wisdom, who are in the pursuit of meditation, who are in the pursuit of inner peace as foolish people. And this guy thinks that he knows everything. Although he doesn't know anything, he thinks that he knows everything. And he keeps arguing with others. You may see some people who argue with others. Why they are arguing? Because they wanted some adhara, they wanted some proof. And they don't usually agree also. They keep just arguing for the sake of arguing. They have intellectual stupidity. They are sometimes very intellectual. They seem to be very intellectual, but they are confined by their intellectual stupidities. Intellectual idiocy, intellectual foolishness. They seem to be intellectual. They are very intellectual. They can bring very good logic, but they are limited by their logic. And they keep creating logic to tell that how right they are. They think they are right. It is not that they are right, but they keep thinking that they are accurate and right. So they are not open-minded. They are not open to listen because they have made their own philosophy. They are like a frog in the well. And the frog in the well thinks that the well itself is the whole world. And they're limited by their own philosophy in Mooladhara. So this person is called as a Kugnani. He's not even an Agnani, but he's a Kugnani, who is in his own knowledge stupidity, who is in his own intellectual stupidity. Think about the people in your life, or think about the people whom you have met. They're not ready to listen. They just keep making arguments. They are not ready to listen. They're not ready to listen to the new knowledge. They're not ready to take it because they already formed their opinions. They are already living in their own judgments. They are living in absolute shit, but they are not ready to come out. They think that the rabbit I have has 3 legs. That's all. They are not open to the fact that every rabbit in the world may have 4 legs. No. They think that rabbit I have has 3 legs. That's all. Nenu pattukunna kundelki moode kaalu. They are in a blind belief. They are in superstitions. Sometimes they are in their own blind beliefs. And they think it is right. And then the infant soul, after taking good number of incarnations, it moves from Mooladhara to Swadhisthana, Swa-adhisthana. And then the infant soul becomes a baby soul here. The Nastika becomes Astika. The atheist becomes a believer. He starts now believing in God. He starts now believing in some supernatural power. And then he may develop some God affinity or religious affinity here. Yet limited by his thinking. Here, at least, he starts opening up to a new possibility. So the Kugnani becomes Agnani. So now, in Swadhisthana, he becomes a religious person, he becomes a pious person, he becomes a holy person, yet limited by his sectarian philosophy. Still frog in the well. Yet he does some kind of rituals, some kind of practices, some kind of spiritual practices. And then in third chakra, Manipuraka, now he starts preaching others. What he knows, he starts preaching others. These are the religious leaders. These are young souls, again, who has certain amount of Rajoguna. These people become sectarian leaders. These people are divisive, yet divisive. They are not yet subscribed to the philosophy of unity in diversity. They think that their own philosophy is great, their own community is great, their own sect is great, their own creed is great, their own religion is great. So in the third level at Manipuraka, they become Pandita. They'll be that Pandita where they'll have all the epics, all the Granthas. So the Nastika in Mooladhara becomes a Astika in Swadhisthana, and then he becomes a Pandita in Manipuraka. So they are again still frog in the well. And now at fourth level, at Anahata, a new possibility opens up. And then these people become Vedanta Murti. So they are now a little open to the fact that yes, we may not be just the body, but something else. Maybe I'm not limited to the body. I am not the body. And these people will be in karma margam, because anahata is a chakra of love and compassion. See, from here the higher chakra starts. The Mooladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipuraka are lower chakras. In anahata, love and compassion will be ignited inside. Because of love and compassion, they start standing for others. They start helping others. They will have a heart of service. They'll plant trees. They'll help in hospitals. They'll help the people who are suffering. They'll lay roads. They'll do service in the village, service in the town, or service in the city, or service for the nation. Mother Teresa is a perfect example here. So they are in the Karma Yoga path now. So now, the infant soul in Mooladhara or Shaishavatma in Mooladhara becomes a baby soul, Balatma in Swadhisthana. And it becomes a young soul or Yuvatma in Manipuraka. And in Anahata, it becomes Praudatma or a mature soul. You'll find people who does service and all these artists also. And then they go to Vishuddha. In Vishuddha, they have come into the path of yoga. They are transcending the yoga margam now. No more divisions. They're coming to the path of unity or universal consciousness. And this is where the Vruddhatma journey starts, the old soul journey starts in Vishuddha. They'll start an inquiry. Who am I? Why there is no peace? And how can I attain peace? What will happen to me after I leave the body? Where am I before I have taken the body? Why are people suffering? Why was I suffering? And they start meditating now. And then he will know that he is not just the body but the soul. A new possibility will arise. A new way of thinking will dawn. So from Agnanam, he'll come into Gnanam here. Just like curd, a little curd, when added to the warm milk, it will become curd, correct? The same way, the seeker here, when meditation is added to his seeking, then he will become a Atma Gnani. He will become a person with self-knowledge. He'll become a person with soul realization. In Vishuddha Chakra, because in Vishuddha Chakra, what happens when he starts meditating, this is where he comes and asks a Gudakesha leader, asks a Gudakesha sadhak, how can I meditate? And then he starts meditating. He'll join this Atma Deepo Bhava. He'll understand that, okay, I'm not just a body, I'm a soul. He starts an inquiry. And all these sessions will ignite an inquiry mindset into him. He's in the path of yoga. He's in the path of divinity. He's in the path of soulhood. So from Agnanam, the Gnanam has dawned. So the wisdom starts arising now. The knowledge starts arising now. In Vishuddha, what also happens is when he starts meditating, when he comes to Gudakesha and starts meditating, then there will be Visheshamaina Shuddhi happening for his Nadi Mandala. Vishuddha means Visheshamaina Shuddhi happens here. In his nervous system, not in the physical body, I'm talking about the Pranamaya Sharira. In all his Nadi Mandala, all the blocks gets cleared by his meditation. He'll be doing this 5 to 6 a.m. meditation, or he would be joining Gudakesha and doing night-long meditation. When they do night-long meditation, then Visheshamana Shuddhi will happen. Not just Shuddhi, but Visheshamana Shuddhi. Special cleaning or special purification will happen. A lot of purification will happen. And then Vak Shakti will increase. The power of word will increase for that person when Visheshamana Shuddhi happens. When the power of word increases, other people starts listening to them. That is where Gandhiji is there. Gandhiji is a Vishuddha leader. He said people followed. And at Agna Chakra, he becomes a Gnanamurti. He will activate his third eye. Divya Chakshu activation. He'll get into Pragnanam state. And here, they not just do sadhana, but they'll stand for others' sadhana. They'll help others in their sadhana. Because by their sadhana, when they are in the process of getting their freedom from suffering, they'll help others for their freedom. They'll help others in their vimukti. And then they will get the essence, they'll start getting the essence of Paramatma. Here the Arihanta becomes Bodhisattva and keeps teaching or keeps organizing or keeps spreading. Bodhisattva is one who facilitates others to learn. And in a sattvic way. Bodhi's teaching, facilitating others to learn is Bodhi. Arihanta is who has overcome his demons, or overcome his Arishad Vargas. See, this is not a mutually exclusive process. This is not a sequential process, but this is a parallel process. See, why Suman sir has to come here and organize for you? He is in the path of Bodhisattva. When he is organizing, when he is helping this wisdom to be learnt by many people, that is when he is living his Bodhisattva-hood. When all this hosting team is hosting, when all the primary leaders, golden leaders and diamond leaders in Gudakesha is helping others learn. So they are living example of transcendental souls, which is a stage after becoming an old soul, which is the pathhood to become Paramatma. See, unless you serve others, you cannot reach the state of Paramatma. You need to serve others now. But a spiritual serving, spiritual knowledge, self-knowledge serving is happening here. So here in Agna Chakra, when you keep meditating and keep helping others in meditation, so you will do astral travel. And you'll know that you are not just a body, but you are something else. You're a soul, and help others also to have this self-knowledge. Transcendental soul or Vimukta Atma is one who has got that liberation, or who is in the process of getting that liberation, and especially helping others in their liberation from suffering, liberation from dukkha, liberation from roga, liberation from disease. These are the people who will keep helping others, keeps organizing Gudakesha programs. There's so many people who helps organize these programs. Sir, please conduct a program at our place. Sir, I want to do service. So these are the people who had ignited love and compassion in Anahata Chakra, and in the process of doing Visheshamana Shuddhi in Vishuddha Chakra, and now in Agna Chakra, they keeps helping others and become the Bodhisattvas. After being an Arihanta, they become Bodhisattvas. And now in the seventh state, see, till here, you'll keep coming back to the earth planet. In these all six states, in all these six chakras, not six states, but six chakras, six loops, six syllabus. You have the syllabus, you'll keep coming and completing that syllabus. See, for every chakra, there's a different syllabus. I'm not focusing on that. What I'm focusing is just in the context of Atma Vijnanam. Otherwise, I could tell you that in Agna Chakra, you learn all these cause and effect relationships. When your Divya Chakshu gets activated, you will know why something has happened in your life and why something is happening in others' life. When Buddha sat in meditation for his enlightenment, he has seen 600 incarnations. We have these Jataka tales, correct? So you will keep looking at your life and know what is the cause and why the effect has happened. All these cause and effect relationships you will understand from not just this incarnation of yours, but you will also see all your past incarnations, and you will understand all the cause and effect relationships of life. Oh man, okay, I did like that. So I have been given this virtue and I got this advantage, or I got this benefit, or I got this result. Oh man, he has done like that. So he is suffering now. So you will decode whole life, entire life here in Agna Chakra. So I'm not going in depth about all the chakras here. I'm just telling the wisdom related to the context of Atma Vijnana here, about the chakras. So as much you meditate, so many petals will get opened, so much of cause and effect relationships you'll know. And then in seventh state, this is a beautiful state. Sahasrara is not a chakra. A person in Sahasrara does not have to come to earth planet. He doesn't have a need. It is a choice for him. It is not a compulsion, but it is a choice. But till 6 chakras, the soul has to come back. The soul needs to come back and complete the syllabus. There is no other go. It has to complete the syllabus, learn the lessons, write the exams, face the situations, take the wisdom, keeps expanding its consciousness. But in seventh state, it is a state of Paramatma. It's a state of Yogeshwara. And here, he knows about the evolution of the soul. He knows about the entire evolution process now. He knows who is an infant soul, who is a baby soul, young soul, mature soul, old soul, or transcendental soul. He knows. He also knows about other Yogeshwaras, other Paramatmas, other people who have attained that Paramatma state. And he will understand. A drunkard. See, when we see a drunkard who is not walking properly, usually we get angry, correct? But when you see a small baby who is not walking properly, you see it with so much of love, so much of wonderment, so much of appreciation. And you'll take that baby into your hands and you'll feel good, correct? But will you take a drunkard into your hands and hug him and feel good? No, because the judgment is happening in your mind. See, if judgment is happening in your mind, you're not at the seventh state. Because a person in the seventh state, the judgment does not happen. But he may observe. He may be far away from that person. But there is no judgment happening. There is no criticism happening in his heart and mind and in his being. Because he knows that everyone is beautiful in their own place. Everyone is beautiful in their own evolution. You cannot compare a small plant with a big tree, saying that, oh, plant, why are you so small? You're so ugly. No, the comparison will not be there, because they know that the plant will gradually become a tree which can give shade to others. So he sees a small baby with the same wonderment, and he also sees the drunkard also with the same wonderment in his heart and the being. So there is no judgment that happens inside. Although they might deal in the worldly terms how it has to be dealt, yet they'll not carry the judgment inside them. And when you do Gudakesha meditation, when you keep doing Gudakesha meditation, you'll attain this state. When you keep helping others to do Gudakesha meditation, this is where an intense meditation brings you here. Without intense meditation, you cannot get into the seventh state. And that is the path of Gudakesha. Gudakesha is a path of intense meditation. It is not just a path of meditation, but Gudakesha is a path of intense meditation. That is what we do. We sit the whole night in meditation. By sitting in the whole night, we become Paramatmas. We understand what is Paramatma. We see Atma everywhere. We see ourselves everywhere. We see ourselves in that Pandita and also Pamara or a Shudra. We see ourselves in everyone. You'll get Akhanda Atma Vijnanam. And here, in this state, something else also happens. You will become a research scientist. See, first, a person will be a Kugnani. He'll be living in his own intellectual stupidity. That is the first state, correct? He'll not believe what others say. He's not open to fresh ideas. He's living in his own shit. Yet he's not open. He's not flexible. And he'll have all the kind of intellectual stupidities. That's the first level. He's a Kugnani. He's not even a Agnani, but he's a Kugnani. He has a disastrous knowledge. Although he may have knowledge or he doesn't have knowledge, yet he argues, he thinks what he knows is right even when he doesn't know. And then after some incarnations, he becomes open. He knows that, yes, I do not know. That is a grand beginning. That's a beautiful transformation. When a person knows that they do not know, then they'll fold their hands, comes to a guru and says, yes, please teach me. Guru, please teach me. Then only they'll get. See, once what happens? A person goes to a learned person, an American goes to a Zen monk, and he asks, Master, please teach me. Master says, let's drink tea. He says, okay. And a master's disciple will keep a cup and the kettle, tea kettle. So the master keeps pouring the tea from the kettle and the cups get filled. And he still keeps pouring the tea. So this American who wanted to learn, he asked, Master, the tea is overflowing. The master says, same like you. You have come here with a full cup. Whatever I give will overflow. First you empty the cup and come. So in Kugnani, he has kept his cup full. He's not ready to receive. But later he empties his cup. That's a great transformation. Once he empties his cup, he knows that he is a Agnani. He does not know. And then he becomes ready to learn. Once you empty your cup, then you'll be able to learn. Now check yourself. Are you thinking your cup is full, or are you ready to empty your cup? And he will know that, yes, I do not have enough knowledge in this matter. I need to learn. I need to go to a guru. I need to go to a realized person. I need to go to a Atma Gnani. I need to go to a Brahma Gnani. I need to go to a Brahmananda person. And then these people come to Gudakesha. They go to the Grand Master and ask, please teach me. And they'll become open to these learnings, and they'll come to the live workshops and they learn. They learn about the soul, and then they start meditating. And then they start Gudakesha meditation. A lot of people now, we have so many people who do not know about any kind of meditation earlier. Gudakesha is their first meditation experience. For them, it is so natural and easy because they are not carrying any load. And there are also some senior meditators where it becomes a cakewalk for them, but there are some senior meditators where it is difficult because their cup is full. They are not able to do night-long meditation. It is not about seniority. It is about how empty your cup is. So, then once Kugnani becomes Agnani, then he starts opening up. He starts receiving the knowledge. Then he becomes a Gnani. Gnani not in the material terms. Gnani not in the regular science terms, but I'm talking about in the soul knowledge terms. Then he becomes a Atma Gnani. From Kugnani, he becomes Agnani, and then he becomes Atma Gnani. And then for becoming that Atma Gnani, because he becomes an Agnani, he's now open to meditation. He starts meditating. He'll listen to the lectures. He'll attend this Atma Deepo Bhava, train your mind, and Gudakesha, and then keeps meditating in Dhyanam. He'll get this Gnanam. Dhyanam valana Gnanamu, Gnanamu valana Mukti. So in his meditation, he'll get the self-knowledge. So then he becomes a Gnani. He'll be able to do astral travel and know that, yes, I'm not just a body. And then he gets this Atma Gnanam. And once he gets this Atma Gnanam, in the seventh state, he becomes a Atma Vignani. What is Atma Vignani? Atma Vignani is someone who does research, a lot of research. The knowledge has to become wisdom. Knowledge is the subtle form. Wisdom is the cosmic form. Knowledge is a subtle form of wisdom. Wisdom is the cosmic form of knowledge. So now the self-knowledge has to become self-wisdom. Soul wisdom, soul science. For that he needs to do research. And Gudakeshas are the people who does a lot of research. Because in order to do research, you need to sit for meditation, sit for meditation again and again and again and again. Every night, throughout the night. That is where our research keeps happening. We will go to several astral worlds and we'll keep doing a lot of research. All the people may be aware, may not be aware, but they do a lot of research now. So an Atma Gnani becomes Atma Vignani. And then he does a lot of research. He'll go to different masters. See, earlier, people used to get a meditation experience. They used to think, wow, okay, I saw Jesus. Other people say, wow, wonderful. I saw Krishna. I saw Buddha. I saw Mahavira. I saw Shankaracharya. Great. But here, as an Atma Vignani, they'll ask the message. They'll take their message. Okay, my dear Krishna, what is your message for me today? Okay, my dear Buddha, how wonderful. Can you please take me to this particular world? Okay, Mahavira, can you help me to gain an entry to this world? Can you teach me about Ahimsa? So this will be the interaction of an Atma Vignani. So there is a lot of research. Now, the student is no more a school student, but he has now become a PhD student. He will keep researching. He will keep knowing things, knowing new things. That is, because he has become an Atma Vignani. This is the state of Atma Vignani. Now, Atma Vignani, he also knows that he is a Paramatma and he sees himself in everyone. He sees everyone in himself. He comes into universal consciousness. He's in the Sahasrara state. This is about Atma Vignanam. And enlightenment, my dear friend, it's a beautiful word with a grand consciousness. Enlightenment. Light is there in enlightenment. See, power is there in empowerment, correct? You feel power when you're powerful, when you're empowered. You will feel light when you're enlightened. Light, as in two terms, light means not heavy, and light means not darkness, but the light. So enlightenment is a state where you will live a life with light. It is not a life with darkness. It is not a life with ignorance, but a life with wisdom, with divine wisdom. It is not a life with suffering and heaviness, but a life with light-heartedness. That is an enlightened master. See, enlightenment is a divine lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. See, you wake up in the morning and do meditation. It's a lifestyle. You wake up in the morning and do not wake up late. So it's a lifestyle. You do some walking every day. It's a lifestyle. So enlightenment is also a lifestyle. But it is not a normal lifestyle, but it is a divine lifestyle. Divya Jivana Vidhanam. In Telugu, it is called as Divya Gnana Prakasham. It's a beautiful word, Divya Gnana Prakasham. It's a Divya Jivana Vidhanam. See, I stayed in Himalayas for 4 years. I learned about Atma Gnanam, Brahma Gnanam, Brahma Sutras, Upanishads, Vedas, Shad Darshanas, and all these things. And when I keep living with our Grandmaster Prabodh sir and keep observing him, so I have enough theory and knowledge to know what an enlightened master looks like. And I keep getting that evidence as much as I see him, so much I learn more about enlightenment. An enlightened master has unlimited compassion. If you are with Prabodh sir, you can see that unlimited compassion in him. Yet, he can be very strict. Sometimes he can lambast you on your stupidity. Only on your stupidities. That too, with so much of compassion. Because he has so much of compassion to teach you, he has so much of compassion to see that you grow, you learn, and you evolve. He teaches with compassion or sometimes with strictness for your evolution, for the sake of your evolution. So I've seen both the coins in him. I'm at times surprised how much compassionate he can be. I'm also at times surprised with his strictness towards others for their evolution. And I see that there's a great transformation that happens in the other person. See, these are my experiences of being with an enlightened master. You might find a subject about enlightenment, but I'm telling about my experience. See, enlightened masters are connected to the source. They know about the energy, they know about the cosmic energy, how it heals, how it operates. They know all about the soul evolution. They can know about your past lives. Although they may know everything, they pretend that they do not know. That is what I observed with Prabodh sir and Patri sir. Although they seem to know everything, but they pretend as if they don't know everything. Otherwise, there will be a big line and people come and ask, sir, please tell about me, please tell about me. These people are not fortune tellers. These people help you in your soul evolution because they are in the path of enlightenment. They help others in their path of enlightenment. Although these people may have siddhis, but they do not show their siddhis or talk about their siddhis. Because their path is not Siddhahood, their path is Buddhahood. Siddhahood will make you stop at one or two siddhis. And you'll keep practicing only for that siddhi, and you'll attain that siddhi. And then you'll show off that siddhi, or you just have that siddhi. But it takes a lot of time in life. And sometimes people spend incarnations together for those siddhis. Or so much time. See, once Ramakrishna Paramahamsa got a person. He said, Swami, I did practice for many, many years and attained the siddhi of walking on the river. Now I can walk on water with bare legs. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa asked, I can go to the other side of the river just by paying 1 rupee to the boatman. So it is not criticizing him. He is trying to give the next level of knowledge. That don't be limited in your evolution by siddhis. Siddhis do come in the path of enlightenment, and siddhis may be there for enlightened masters, but they are not limited by them. Because they are not in the path of Siddhahood, but they are in the path of Buddhahood. The Arihanta has to become Bodhisattva and keeps helping other people for their enlightenment. That is the work being done by our primary leaders, golden leaders, and diamond leaders. And then they will become Buddhas or Paramatmas or enlightened masters. We are in the path of enlightenment. And one other thing that I wanted to share. When I was in Badami, there's a 3-day workshop being organized, 3-day Gudakesha workshop being organized. So I asked Prabodh sir, there are so many energy spots here. Can we go there and meditate? Because when I was in Himalayas, I used to go to different energy spots, different forests, temples, and energy spots in Himalayas, in Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Go there, meditate, take the message, meditate as much as possible. I used to go to beautiful energy spots and nature spots along the rivers, river Yamuna, river Ganga, and meditate. So I asked him, can we go around? Because Badami is such a spiritual place where you have good temples, caves, spiritually significant places. I asked him, can we go there and meditate and maybe take the message of that place? So he said, simply, he said, I already got an experience of all the energy spots on entire Earth planet. So there is no need for me. I can come if you want me to come, but there is no need for me. He says it. He said it so subtly and so simply that there was a blast in my consciousness. Oh man! So that is how an enlightened master is. That is how their consciousness is. They do not tell all what they have experienced. See, in my search, in my seeking, maybe that was needed for me at that point of time. So they may have told it. And once one lady asked him, "Sir, do you know my thoughts?" He said, there was a time when I have known every thought of every person in the world and every thinking of every person in the entire world. I knew at the same time I was knowing all the thoughts of all the people in the world. So that is the kind of awareness they would have. Yet they look normal to us and they behave normal. See, I was speaking with my sister Pranahita, who is the founder for Divine Feminine Sangha, day before yesterday. She was telling about her experience, auto writing experience. She also has a gift of auto writing, and she has also the gift of clairvoyance. So she was telling about her experience, auto writing experience. She got an experience that the water drop becomes the ocean, and then again it becomes a water drop. See, the water drop is us. We become the ocean. The Atma becomes Paramatma. Our understanding, initially we'll know that we are not just a body, we are a soul, and then we will understand that we are everywhere. So we get into oceanic consciousness there, and again we'll become the drop. So although this enlightened master has become the oceanic consciousness, yet they'll become a drop. They'll act as a drop. Yogi balon mattaha. A yogi is like a kid, an innocent kid. He's like a kid and also like a crazy person, because you need to be at his level to understand him. These are some observations of an enlightened master. What I wanted to share today, because in this platform, I'm sure you would like to know about Prabodh sir. It is very rare that Earth gets the flavor or richness of an enlightened master. And when there is an opportunity, we need to see that we utilize every opportunity to be with an enlightened master. So only these live workshops are there. So in these live workshops, it's an opportunity to be with Prabodh sir and experience the enlightened master vibration and his aura. I also heard from a lot of people that people who meditate in his aura, they feel a thoughtless state instantly. Their thoughts keeps slowing down and coming down and get to zero. And some people feel the thoughtless state immediately. Some people feel it gradually. But there's an alchemy, inner alchemy that happens. And they have their own unique ways to help others in different ways, which is not comprehended to the normal person. Because if you have to comprehend how an enlightened master is helping you, not just this dimension, not just in the physical dimension, but they are also active in the astral dimensions also. If you have faith, you'll be able to communicate to them even in the astral dimension as clearly as you can communicate in the physical dimension. Indeed, you can communicate even better there. You can communicate in your meditation, because these enlightened masters are also active in other dimensions, not just in this dimension. They do a lot of work in this dimension, and even more work in other dimensions. An enlightened master will have a flavor or a fragrance which makes us feel beautiful and which makes us feel so good inside. So we need to be in their companionship. A living enlightened master is always very, very important, my dear friends. This is what Osho said. This is what Patriji said. Because a living enlightened master will share the wisdom based on those circumstances, based on the prevailing circumstances, based on the prevailing situations, based on the geographical situations, political situations, societal situations. There's so many aspects as to what we need to do at what point of time, based on the temporal situations. So being with an enlightened master is very, very important. We need to utilize every opportunity to be in the aura of an enlightened master. So thank you so much, friends, for being with me today. And thank you to our Grandmaster Prabodh sir for having given me this opportunity, and to the entire Gudakesha Bodhisattva team, leadership team, and hosting team, and all the sadhaks. Thank you. So now I leave the forum for any kind of sharing or questions relevant to the topic today.
Pradeep sir, thank you so much for the session. My name is Smita. We met in the Whitefield place. So yesterday I also attended the same session in Telugu. I really loved it, and I'm also attending the same session in English today. So overall, I'm really thankful for the session. I gained a lot of insights. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Yeah, I remember you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any questions or sharings further? Sarojini madam? So I'll keep the forum open for 30 seconds. You can unmute yourself or raise your hand. Otherwise, we can close the session.
That was a wonderful speech or wisdom sharing session, Pradeep Master. It was, I don't have any words to explain. It's one thing to just listen to some of these sessions, but when you have already experienced some of these things, it makes it more powerful. I was a kind of person that was an Agnani. I did not believe in energies or chakras just 2 years ago. I only got introduced to meditation earlier last year. I got into meditation in June 2022. And by grace of that higher power, that grace of nature or universe or grandmasters, I got introduced to Gudakesha in July 2022, just 1 month after starting my sadhana. And the rest is history. I experienced my first thoughtless state just 16 days into the T7 Gudakesha. And I started to feel my energy go up whenever I meditate in groups, or whenever a great master such as yourself or grandmaster or even diamond leaders or team leaders show up. I would feel my energy going up twice as much. When I say my energy going up, I just have to close my eyes. I still feel that cosmic energy coming through my head. But whenever I am in presence, even online, just this session, I feel that the energy that I take in is much more than usual. And Gudakesha played a huge role in accelerating or expediting this process. And thanks again for this wonderful session. Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Maniji. And it was so nice to know about your experience. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, friends, for being with me today. It was so wonderful to be with all of you and to share the tidbits of wisdom today. And thank you so much to Brahmarshi Patriji. And thank you so much to our Grand Master, Prabodh Achyutha sir, who is now in a grand meditation practice now. He's almost doing a 1,000-hour sadhana right now. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye.